Hello everyone, this is Yin Pei coming at you with another video. Now this video was actually recommended by Shaky Hooves, a commenter on one of my last videos. So they wanted to get me to do a video about creating characters, OCs. Now that I was going to say tone. Wow, that's a bit vague, a little bit, because if you're looking for an OC on doing like your favorite anime or something like that, that's your own original character in its entirety. But that's fan stuff. Now, if that's what you're looking for, I will happily do another video on that. But this one is about just making your own characters in general. Like your own characters as in, if you were making your own comic book, if you were making your own just avatar, but that's also a different road. So I'll be happy to help you out with that too. So what we're doing here is I'm using one of my characters that I had created for this channel. Her name is Yayo, and I haven't got a chance to truly let her shine yet, so this will be one of her first videos that will be introducing her. She is my model when it comes to different things and different genres of art and animation. I created her when the game Jump Force came out. So just using that character creator gave me a 3D model of who she is. So that made things 10 times easier for me to use her for this video because, well, she is my character. Now, creating characters, at least for me, has always been kind of easy for me. I can create the characters just with a thought. It could be, you really like this idea of a character that is just the representation of what is cool. Take Yayo, for example. Yayo is a character I created to be the biggest anime fan. She is a big nerd of Bleach, Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, you name it. And I always like the idea of having characters jump into different genres. So creating her kind of kept going through like a giant rabbit hole of different information, of just exciting ideas. That's what I'm trying to say. It all starts with just an idea that spawns more, because if you really want to understand how like power systems work, or how to actually know a little bit more about your character, well, just get into character. What you can do on that notion is act it out. Act out your character. One of the biggest things that people do, at least in my perspective, I guess I can't really talk for people, I'll just talk for myself. What I do is I act out the character. See, I have a drawing project that I'm doing right now that requires me to understand movements and martial arts and such, which I have taken martial arts classes before, but that's not what this is. That's not the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is act out your character. What's their personality like? Are they happy-go-lucky? Are they fun and lovable? Are they mean and aggressive? Just like make the face. No one's gonna judge you. It's your time. You're the one sitting down, drawing your character, and just start acting. Just pretend that you're the character for a second. Even if you have to stand up, put on some music, or even just be in a room by yourself and just start acting out the poses and the shapes and expressions and other things that your character will be doing. For me, for example, it doesn't matter if the character is a man or a woman or whatever, because at the end of the day, I need to know who they are from personality wise, from body shape, even the fighting style. That's what I'm drawing Yayo as right now, as a capoeira fighter. For one of my projects, I want to actually include her in there. If it was a video game, it would be like, DLC, just to kind of have her in there, since she's a character that goes into any genre of, well, anything that it has to do with like anime of some kind. I'm making her jump into a story of mine that's a fighting. It's pretty much like a fighting game, and I'll talk more about that part later. But I don't have a capoeira fighter, and so I was like, why not let Yayo be that capoeira fighter? So I end up researching moves and stances and the basis of like capoeira, and even some of their fashion, which I don't show in the video because, well, not everything is well, it's not my stuff, and I don't want to just start putting things on there. But the references and such come from like art poses and drawings that show the basics of like capoeira and even some of the fashion. Now, my favorite thing about fighting in general is fighting games in general are like, the fashion in general. So her fashion will represent the fashion of like most sports or fighting more sports and fighting tongue tied over here, and more like street fashion with martial arts in it. So like her pants, if I ever get a chance to draw her completely, you will see that her pants are very like not saggy but baggy, where they kind of hover over the legs. Because with a lot of capoeira fighters like Eddie Gordo from Tekken, the Tekken series, his pants always seem to kind of hover with that wide look whenever his legs are on screen. Now, what I'm trying to say is about creating your own character. What you It's what you want them to be. To be perfectly honest, like if you're trying to understand like character design, what do you want your character to be like? If you're talking about what goes into it, what's the genre? Is the genre more of fighting, like how I'm doing with Yayo right now, where her design needs to be flowing, like where her legs are the most prominent focus of her design? Not with this picture, but because I'm just kind of sketching, having fun with the idea, not really focusing on a final product. I'm just trying to get the feel of the character. And that's another thing. There's always going to be a different version of your character depending on what you want from them. That's why Yayo is such a special character to me, because I can make her in any way I want to. And so if I want to make her design in this capoeira fighting design, all I have to do is look up online what their basic gi is and modify it and do a little bit of research on some fighting games, because I get a lot of inspiration from the genre and get a lot of inspiration from of like Street Fighter, Tekken, all those games, and look up concept art and try to get an idea of how a particular fighting character style would be for that particular character. Not copy and paste or anything like that, just inspiration. just a little inspiration here and there. It does the same thing with whatever you design. If you're looking for like a story or anything like that, that's also implied. The entire premise of creating your own character is just creating a character that you would want to see on the paper or on screen or whatever you're using your character for. So don't be afraid to just draw a picture that you don't like of it. It's just part of the process. This isn't my favorite picture of Yayo, but I'm glad that I actually have an idea of what I want to work with. There's going to be another video about this soon as well. And I do hope that a little bit of this has helped you understand a little bit more about having courage of making your own character. And I think that most of the other understanding of like understanding how to create like a character for like if you're a fan of like Naruto or something like that, you want to incorporate them into it. I will save that for a later video. And give me like 5 likes on this video and I'll do that soon too. So yeah. But we are not done yet. So yeah, you see that how many times I've drawn her. I've used different books and inspirations from her design already. You see, when I drew her, I knew I wanted to keep that kind of sharp, spiky haired look that she has in her previous images I've shown you. And I wanted to kind of give that pay homage to that, so you still know it's her. It's still the same character. And please forgive me for those vibrations. I'm using my phone for the audio. Anyway, so I always try to make her look as close to her original design as possible, but I always want to be creative with her. I don't want to always just draw the same character over and over again, and it's just Yayo in a different universe without her having any like significant changes. Maybe her hair is a bit different, maybe the animation's a bit different, maybe she's got more muscles in this universe, and since she's a martial artist in this world, she probably does have more. And you can see that I continue to erase and draw and see her in other different ways of drawing her. Maybe she wants a crop top piece, maybe she doesn't have a crop top piece, or maybe it's a full-on gi. I was just seeing what works and what flows. So don't be afraid to erase the character and make adjustments, because, well, it's your character. Not everyone's gonna like them, but you should. You know what I mean? And that's the big important part, because I wanted Yayo to be the person who fought with her legs, and she looks awesome to me, and that should count for everything. As long as your character is awesome to you, then you're doing something right. So I hope this helped. Please watch this video, and even though it's not really good when it comes to scripting and everything's just kind of meh. But yeah, I hope to make another video again, and if you want me to remake this video about creating your own characters like this, then yeah, I will do that. So I'll see you guys next time.